Good morning, everyone, and thank you for joining me at Sec Edu Con 5. My name is Rohit Hande, and I'm currently pursuing my master's in cybersecurity at RMIT University. Today, I'm excited to share with you a student's perspective on transforming cybersecurity education through what I call a curiosity driven approach. Please take my words with a pinch of salt. I'm not an expert, but just sharing my opinion. Traditional cybersecurity education, while well intentioned, often falls into several problematic patterns that can actually hinder effective learning. First, we see fragmented understanding. Students learn about network security in one module, cryptography in another, but they fail to tie how these concepts link to each other. It's like teaching someone how to build a house by showing them individual bricks without explaining how they form walls, rooms, and so on. Second, there's an over reliance on theory heavy content. Don't get me wrong, theory is crucial, but when students spend weeks memorizing definitions of different type of malware without ever actually analyzing a real malware sample, the learning becomes abstract and disconnected from reality. Third, we have the problem of unengaging assignments. How many of you have seen students struggle not because they don't understand the cybersecurity concepts, but because they can't figure out what the assignment is actually asking them to do? As I progressed through my master's program, I found that the traditional approach was actually reducing my joy of learning. And if we are losing the joy of learning in a field as dynamic and exciting as cybersecurity, we are doing something wrong. Realization led me to a fundamental shift in how I approach cybersecurity education. As a master's student, I had the freedom to experiment with different learning approaches, and what I discovered was transformative. Cybersecurity is vast and rapidly evolving. New threats emerge daily, technologies change constantly, and the landscape shifts beneath our feet. Traditional education approaches, which work well for more stable fields, struggle to keep pace with this dynamism. I realized that what I needed wasn't just knowledge, I needed the ability to learn continuously, to stay curious, and to adapt quickly. So I crafted a learning journey based on four key principles: curiosity as a driving force, hands on labs as the primary learning method, real world exposure through industry engagement, and structured concepts to tie everything together. The curiosity component was crucial. Instead of starting with what do I need to know for the exam, I start with what would happen if I tried to hack this system, or how do a real attacker approach this problem. This shift in questioning changed everything. Hands on labs became my classroom. Rather than reading about SQL injection, I was actually performing SQL injection attacks in controlled environments. Instead of memorizing the steps of pen testing, I was conducting pen testing tests. Real world exposure meant actively seeking out industry events, CISO talks, and meetups around Melbourne. This wasn't just networking, it was understanding how cybersecurity actually works in practice with real budgets, real constraints, and real business pressures. And structured concepts provided the framework to organize all this experimental learning into coherent knowledge that I could build upon and apply systematically. Let me walk you through specific 5-step model I developed because the sequence here is crucial. This isn't just a random collection of learning activities, it's a carefully designed progression that builds foundational understanding and helps me pick advanced practical skills. Google Cybersecurity Certificate. I started here because it provides a solid industry recognized foundation. But here's the key: I didn't just complete the certificate, I used it as a launching pad for deeper exploration. Every concept introduced in the certificate became a starting point for further investigation. Second step was networking basics, with a particular focus on the OSI model. This might seem basic, but I cannot overstate how critical this is. Every cybersecurity decision, from firewall rules to intrusion detection, from malware analysis to incident response, relates back to networking fundamentals. The OSI model isn't just a theoretical framework, it's a practical tool for understanding how attacks work and how defenses function. Step 3 was hacking labs. This is where the magic happens. Platforms like TryHackMe, Hack the Box, Portswigger, and Pentester Lab don't just teach you about cybersecurity, they teach you to think like an attacker. And understanding the attacker's mindset is absolutely fundamental for effective defense. These platforms gamify learning in a way that maintains engagement while building real skills. Step 4 was industry engagement. I made it a point to attend cybersecurity events, meetups, and CISO talks across Melbourne. This exposed me to real challenges that you simply don't encounter in textbooks. How do you convince a CEO to invest in cybersecurity? How do you balance security with usability? How do you manage cybersecurity on a limited budget? These are the questions that matter in the real world. The beauty of this model is that each step reinforces the other. The foundational knowledge from the certificates help you understand what you're doing in the hacking labs. The hacking labs give you a practical context for the networking concepts. The industry engagement shows how all of this applies in real businesses. We share two additional components that significantly enhance this learning approach: the strategic use of AI tools and a proposal for improvised assignment transparency. First, AI tools like ChatGPT become invaluable learning companions, and I want to emphasize the word companion, not shortcuts. I used AI to explain concepts in different ways when I was struggling to understand something. I used it to create study summaries that helped me review and consolidate what I've learned. I used it to help plan study sessions and create learning schedules. But here's the crucial point: AI tools should enhance understanding, not replace it. I never used AI to complete assignments or to avoid doing the work myself. Instead, I used it as a tutor that was available 24/7, ready to explain concepts from different angles until I truly understood them. The second component is my proposal for assignment transparency. One of the biggest frustrations I encountered was spending hours trying to decipher what an assignment was actually asking for. Rather than focusing on the cybersecurity concepts the assignment was meant to teach. My proposal is simple. Instructors should provide brief video explanations for each assignment that explain the why behind the question, not the answer, the reasoning. Why is this assignment important? What real world scenario does it simulate? What should students focus on while completing it? This isn't about making assignments easier, it's about making them more effective. When students understand the purpose and context of an assignment, they can focus their energy on learning rather than on interpretation. These complementary tools create what I call an enhanced learning ecosystem, an environment where technology supports learning, clarity removes unnecessary barriers, and students can focus on developing the deep understanding and practical skills that they need in cybersecurity to succeed. This all sounds great in theory, but does it actually work? Let me share some concrete evidence that convinced me that this approach is not just effective but transformative. First, faster skill development. I tracked my progress on Portswigger, and the rate at which I was advancing through the walkthroughs and improving my ranking was significantly faster than what I had experienced with traditional learning methods. More importantly, when I started interviewing for cybersecurity positions, I found that my confidence and ability to discuss practical scenarios had improved dramatically. I wasn't just reciting textbook definitions, I was sharing experience from actual hands on work. Second, higher engagement and concept retention. This was perhaps the most noticeable change. I found myself genuinely excited about learning new cybersecurity concepts. I was staying up late not because I had to study, but because I wanted to solve the next challenge or understand the next concept, and the retention was remarkable. Concepts I had learned in hands on practice stuck with me in a way that memorized definitions never had. Third, and perhaps most validating, peer validation. When I shared this approach with fellow students, several of them adopted elements of it and reported similar improvements in their understanding and engagement. This wasn't just working for me, it was working for others as well. But perhaps the most important measure of success is I rediscovered my love for learning. Cybersecurity stopped being something I had to study and became something I am passionate about exploring.